Good morning, everyone. We would like to start this webinar with a prayer by Professor Angelica Plarisan.
Lord, we are grateful for the opportunity you've given us to virtually gather today. We ask for your wisdom to guide us in our discussion, wisdom for the speakers they impart their knowledge, and wisdom for the participants to be able to apply it in practice. As we all face the current pandemic, we ask that you will shelter us under your wings. And as you have promised, no pestilence will come near our home. We thank you and we give you praise. In Jesus' name, amen.
Once again, good morning to all of us. I'm Bernadette Gomez from the College of Education, and welcome to today's webinar hosted by the TCU College of Education. This is the first webinar lecture series entitled Adopting the New Normal in Higher Education Through Digital and Non-Digital Approach. It is our privilege to have you with us today, especially to our resource speakers, from our very own professor from the College of Education, and of course to our TCU officials and other faculty members from the different department, and to our dear CED alumni and students of last afternoon. This webinar lecture series part 1 is in line with the results of TCU College of Education survey for online learning management system conducted last April 25, 2020. This event organized to provide information to our students on flexible learning scheme of college and also to identify the needs and concerns of faculty and students on flexible learning, and lastly, to realize the importance of adopting the new normal setting in education and appreciate the importance of technology this time of pandemic. Before we go further, just a little rules before we get started. On. Ready? Okay, once again, let us hear the message of the TCU President, Dr. Juan C. Berion.
to all the participants of this noble activity, which is sponsored by the College of Education of the City University, the Caring University. So, a pleasant morning to everyone, and I hope that you will be able to achieve or attain your personal and professional objectives for attending this webinar. Okay. So, first, at the onset, I would like to commend the College of Education for launching the webinar lecture series. And you will notice that your objectives are specific, smart, and attainable. And so we expect an output from this seminar, a webinar, which will make us effective and adaptive to the new normal educational environment. Okay, so you stated in your objectives, this is the first part, isn't it? Of several parts for a series. You want that we will provide information to our students, not only our students, but the public in general. You are now digitized, and so you are on web. Therefore, the world is looking at us. So you want to provide information to our students on the flexible learning scheme. Yes, I think everybody should know now this keyword in our environment, in our information and digital world. And then identify the needs and concerns of faculty and students on this FL, flexible learning, flexible education. Okay. And then number three, excuse me, to realize the importance of adapting, the significance of adapting to the new normal setting in education. And of course, appreciate the importance of technology in this time of pandemic. Of course, all of us are aware that we should, it is imperative for all of us to be able to adapt, no, flexibly in this new normal setting. So, but we can only adapt if we prepare ourselves. So there is a need for us to prepare ourselves. And then in the preparation, I commend the College of Education, the deans, the chairpersons, and of course, the faculty for collaboratively expanding their efforts so that this series of webinars will be successful, uh, particularly to our speakers. And so we have resource speakers from among our very young and dynamic faculty. We have here Sir Vincent Manlangit, Professor Mark Vincent Manlangit, and of course, uh, Professor Manimar B. Velez, uh, both program coordinators. No? Now, you know, it is expected that when we prepare ourselves, we should have collaboration and cooperation. This is the time when mentoring, coaching will be really participative. No, all of us, as much as possible, should share. As I have been always lecturing upon you, putting into your minds, no, uh, the fact that in this life, in this life, after living for more than 70 years, no, active, active in and dynamic, there are three things that we have to consider always. The first step in the life of every individual is to learn. So please take note. Learning is lifelong. And you educators, we in the educational setting should always imbibe not only among our students, but to the public, to everybody, that there's a need for continuous learning so that we can adapt to the environment. No? And Filipinos are, you know, adaptable and flexible. Resilient nga tayo eh. So that's the first thing to know. Learn, learn, learn. So we are learning now. We are learning new techniques. We are learning new information and knowledge. And so, what will we do with this? All right. The second stage of life, based on my experience, is remove the L in the learn. And so you will have earn. We are earning credits for everything we do. We earn many friends. We earn knowledge from our colleagues. No? We earn degrees from bachelor's to doctoral degrees. So from there, this is what we are doing now. Okay? And then the last stage in life is sharing. So from learning to earning, and where are we now? What makes our life meaningful? This may not be written in the book, but it's written in my book of life. That first you have to learn, continuous learning, new flexible learning, no? Through flexible learning, adapting flexible learning techniques, no? And then, and so after learning, we earn, and then after earning, we share. We share what we have learned, we share what we have earned, and that makes our life meaningful. Teachers are the most noble, no? Noble profession. Teaching is the most noble profession that we know. And because we have so many rewards, so many returns of rewards of what we are doing. And this is lifelong rewards that makes us successful, that makes our life meaningful. And in a caring university, TCU, the caring university, that is number one characteristic of a teacher. We care for our community. We care for those people who are supporting us. We care for the children. We care for the future. And because of that, we have to attain the objectives of this seminar and series of seminars through the collaborative efforts of the College of Education family. And so I congratulate all of you. But we have to consider several things now. No? Uh, we have to find other effective techniques. We continuously search for what technique am I going to use so that I will gain the expected output of education. Ano ba gina-expect natin? So, consider CHED advisories. At least ang CHED, it lays down all for the salient features of appropriate professional skills training. Kasi ang ating teaching is a profession, and it is expected, we are expected, to deliver the best learning through different techniques that are flexible. Okay? So, what do we consider again? CHED, memos, protocols, advisories. Of course, the IATF. We should always be abreast of the IATF. What is their decision? What will happen tomorrow? So, we expect that. It seems that uh, we do not know what happens tomorrow. We are we are always apprehensive because what will happen after tomorrow. Okay, so we have to make some consultation also with the parents, with the students themselves, and other people, stakeholders in the field of education. Let's consult them, survey, and then find out how can we be effective. So the DepEd has its blended learning, and then JET has its flexible learning. No? Now, again, we focus on the methodologies and approaches, the techniques that we have in at our hands in the delivery of all the effective learning and teaching activities. No? Now, if we will be using the digital or online, of course, we know that in the survey, 98% of our students have their gadgets, but they are all in the what's this CP, no? Okay. Now, we hope that all students should have 100%. Yung iba sa research ninyo sabi, bakit wala kang gadget? Kasi binenta raw yung gadget para makabili ng pagkain. So look at that. That could happen not only to that one student na nagsabi ng ganong experience niya na nawalan siya. So yung connectivity ay kailangan masustain yan. And how do we do it? Of course, yun lang, hihiram yung iba so that they can connect with the teacher. So again, we cannot really depend so much on online and the digital. We really have to make extensive use of our modules. Kailangan, again, sa July 1 up to August 15, we see to it that all our subjects are there in hard copies and in modular approach. So July 1 up to 15, you will present your drafts of your modules on July 1 and 2. Okay, so we will be working in at the library, but we will observe the protocol of social distancing, you know, so that uh, it's very sad that I learned that one student of public administration ay pumanaw, no? Pumanaw. And, I have been praying na kahit isang estudyante o kahit isang teacher o non-teaching staff ay magiging free from this. Hindi natin nalaman kung paano tayo nakatulong sa kanya or ano ang dahilan bakit siya na ano kaya siya ng COVID or what is the cause of the death or the demise. Okay. So, again, kailangan hindi natin makalimutan ang health protocol. So, ang university is preparing itself sa August 17 na it is really free from any virus, no? And of course, the protocols ng health, no? We always consider also ang of course again when we are entering our classrooms, meron ba tayong PPE? Do we have protective equipment, personal protective equipment, so that we will always stay safe? Napaka-dangerous na ang ating teacher ang maapektuhan. If one teacher is infected, you could just imagine kung 20 students ang nandun sa classroom, paano yun? And so, we do not have that capacity to deal with, assuming na one or two teachers ang affected. So difficult for us, no? As who will take over and what will happen to the students who are under them. So, as much as possible, mag-online muna tayo until such time that we are prepared. Our health sector will be prepared in dealing with the onslaught of COVID. So again, I hope everybody stay healthy, stay safe, and we will move on with our noble mission, that is to educate our youth so that there will be social development and social advancement. So we thank our city government through our caring mayor, our beloved mayor, Sir Lino, no? And the council, the vice mayor, Sir Ading Cruz, for all the support given to our faculty, given to the school. Because as of now, we have no troubles, we have no stresses when it comes to support from the city government. And we hope na sila will always be in good health. And God bless all of us. So enjoy your webinar. and gain much from it. Good morning to everyone.
Okay, thank you so much, Press. So that is our the TCU President, Dr. Juan Siberian. At this juncture, we will now proceed to the main course of this webinar, which is the discussion prepper. To introduce our first speaker, may I call on the College Coordinator for Extension and Services, Professor Jeyo J. Manulit.
Morning, everyone. It's my honor to present to you our first speaker of this webinar series sponsored by Taguig City University College of Education. He is a graduate of Bachelor of Secondary Education, major in Physical Education, and Master of Arts in Education, major in Educational Management at Taguig City University. He also obtained a special training course at Technical Education Skills Development Authority in Computer System Servicing Level 2, a member of Association of Local Colleges and University Sports Development Commission. Let us all welcome our chairperson for Bachelor in Physical Education, Professor Mark Vincent Manlangit.
Hi, good day, everyone. I hope you are having a good morning with us. I would like to thank uh, Dr. Jennifer Itolang, our Dean of the College of Education, for allowing me to discuss my topic entitled Students' Adaptation to the Online Learning. I will be focusing on the students' welfare when it comes to online classes or online learning. So I will be talking about the following areas of my topic. First is the timeline of COVID-19 situation in tertiary education. Second, modification learning delivery, challenges on online learning, synchronous learner, and advantages of online learning. So first is the timeline of pandemic situation. Even before the pandemic occurred in month of March, the CHED was released several advisories. I remember the first COVID-19 advisory was released in February 2. It pertains to the prevention, mitigation, and control of the spread in the tertiary level. So on March 9, the classes were all suspended in all levels in a definite time from March 10 to 14. And on March 12, of uh, sus- uh, all level class suspension were extended until April 14. And then on March 14, the CHED Advisory Number 4 was released. So the content of uh, COVID-19 Advisory Number 4 is the HEI or the higher education institution using the new school calendar must adapt the different delivery mode of teaching and to provide makeup classes to compensate the 30-day class suspension. Next is on March 15th, it is start of the community quarantine in Metro Manila. And a day after, President Duterte strengthened it by enhanced community quarantine all over Luzon. Then on March 17 on local, the Mayor Lino Cayetano ordered lockdown in Taguig. On April 6, ACQ was extended until April 30. So yung iba medyo naging happy na na-extend dahil ayaw nilang ma-expose sa virus. And next is, on April 13, the CHED COVID advisory number 6 was released. So the COVID, its content is the authorize of the SCI to extend for the maximum of 1 month yung kanilang semester or tayo until the lifting of the ECQ. Next is April 23, the ECQ was extended until May 15, 2020. Then May 11, CHED classes should all start in August amid COVID-19 crisis. Natawa ko dito sa mga students, lalo na sa mga FB friends ko, na this news last week lang nila shinare. And medyo galit pa rin, galit sila. But they didn't read the article na flexible learning yung gagamitin according to CHED. The next is May 24, the CHED COVID Advisory number 7 was released. It is the recent one, no COVID Advisory number 8 yet released. So states here that the summer classes are allowed in two types of students. That students will have a summer class in their PSD or policies, standard and guidelines in CHED or in their courses, and students who have who enrolled in the graduate studies. Next is June 10. The CHED face-to-face classes may be allowed in virus-free areas. So mas naging crystal clear yung article or yung headline na allowed lang yung face-to-face classes in the virus-free places lang. And the recent one, medyo pumutok yung ating galit, is this. Try lang CHED, plano ng physical na classes sa MGCQ areas sa Hulyo. Ang sinasabi is gustong mag-conduct ng CHED ng test run sa ating mga students or sa mga anak nyo. And very alarming yung statement ni CHED Chief Prospero de Vera III na isasabak yung students this month or next month, this July na. Okay? So next is the modification of learning delivery. So what happened during the period of March to May in the CED or in TCU? During the outbreak of COVID-19 in the second week of March, private and public schools are greatly affected, especially the end user or the most important stakeholder of the education system, our students. So for them, it brings a lot of stress and anxiety. They miss going about to school, they miss their friends, their professors, their sports, extracurricular activities, even the crazy and loud classroom, namimiss nila yan. But there are several students feel just okay. They are not totally happy or enjoying the community quarantine. Okay lang sa kanila. So, ano ba ginagawa ng mga students na to? They're enjoying or they're happy, just happy playing with playing their favorite games in different platforms, consoles. Um, some are having a making the most of their family time. Kung dati hindi nag-uusap yung family, ngayon mas naging strong yung family bond or ties. Some some students even open small business online. Recently, I posted a screen recorded of my phone, liking different pages or page invites. So I want to support the students, lalo na sa pag-open nila ng small business online. So doon pa lang makita mo na uh, doon pa lang sa pag-like is masusupport mo na yung mga students mo kahit hindi ka bumili. And then some are having difficulty, gaya ng sinabi ko, yung anxiety. So yung iba is hindi kaya, yung feeling na na-isolate kayo because of the pandemic. So the remaining lectures and discussions were moved online. Even the major examination, some are having a struggle where to get funding to buy a load or to buy internet capable devices para sa online classes or remote learning. The next is some are lucky to receive their semester allowance from city mayor, city government of Taguig. So I hope you manage to expend your money wisely, pinantulong niyo sa magulang niyo, at pinang-open niyo ng business, bumili kayo ng cellphone, bumili ng laptop para sa online. So I hope dun napunta yung niyo, yung pera or yung allowance niyo. This July, nag-open na siguro for the second semester allowance. So, sa mga hindi nakakuha nung last semester, pwede kayo makakuha ngayon. So, asikasuhin nyo na. The next is, in order to prevent the spread of COVID-19, the government and CHED decided to shut the face-to-face classes. But the studies must go on. The major examination must go on. So what we did in the CED, with the leadership of Dean Tolang, we rapidly switched from traditional classroom into remote learning emergency plan. So ano yung ginawa na namin? With the help of Google Classroom, nagbigay kami ng mga remaining lectures for midterm discussions, and yung online examination namin was conducted through Google Classroom. So as we make progress in the education system, undoubtedly we might face challenges, especially in the new one, the online learning. First is struggling to understand assignments or tasks or errands. It is supported by the last December 2019 article about that the Filipino students ranked last among the 79 countries in the global survey when it comes to reading comprehension. And recently, on April 2020, naglabas na naman ng new article that the CHS students are having difficulty to write in English. Sa traditional classroom pa nga lang, magbigay ka lang, when you give instruction to get one whole sheet of paper, ang tatanong nila, Sir, 1/2 po ba? Sir, 1/4 po ba? 1/2 lengthwise, 1/2 crosswise? what more if we conduct our classes online? Yung magchat-chat ka pa lang sa online platform nyo, meron na magre-reply, Sir, paano to? Sir, totoo po ba yan? Okay, okay. So yun pa lang. So mahirapan na yung mga students talaga. Or this is one of the major challenges. Next is getting reliable internet. This is one of the major problem in conducting online classes. Not all areas are 4G or LTE ready. Yung iba hindi kaya talaga. I remember what Master Shin Buhab said na yung internet is parang pag-ibig. Ang hirap hanapin eh. Because this is not free. Saan ka ba makikita ng free? Sa mga public places lang, or transportation, MRT, university, or agencies. So, mahirap talaga. Next is, the workload has been overwhelming. Although your daily activities were canceled during the pandemic, and then madami kayong oras sa house nyo or sa home nyo, we teachers believe it na wala kayong ginagawa sa bahay nyo. So the tendency, tons of homeworks or tasks will come after you. Bububugin namin kayo ng mga materials online. Then fourth, the last one, the lack of social interaction. Like what Sir Jay Hogman mentioned in one of our Zoom meetings, that facial expression, gestures is important. Kailangan makita ng students and teachers yung facial expression nyo, because it can cause major misunderstanding. So sa pagtatype pa nga lang do not use uppercase or all uppercase or caps lock, kasi it means na galit kayo. But the smiley face or yung emoticon ng smiley face is not the satisfying solution para ma-overcome yung ganitong challenge. So next topic is all about you, students. Being a synchronous learner or online learner. So there are 3 stages of being a synchronous learner. First is, you're not ready to adapt to the online class. Undeniably, talagang hindi kayo ready or ayaw nyo. But the second is, you're ready enough. You have devices to access internet, to access the materials online, to download, upload. And next is full embraced of the online classroom or learning. So the definition of being a synchronous learner is you are with the capacity and full connectivity. I know nag-answer kayo or nag-respond kayo dun sa survey namin posted by Sir Geo on May 3. So nakita ko yung result ng survey, and it says here that 80% has a connectivity or devices para maka-access ng internet. So next is the learning structure in the online class. It is divided into teaching and learning delivery mode and assessment. So just like the traditional classroom, merong discussion, then afterwards we have the evaluation or the assessment. So on the upper part of on your left corner, it is about the synchronous learning platforms. So we're gonna use the web conferencing apps of software. We have Zoom, the most commonly software. Nag-trend to noong March and April. The next is the Google Meet. If you have Gmail or Google account, you can access Google Meet instantly. And then we have the WebEx meetings. WebEx meetings, ilang university lang gumagamit na ito. So, siguro hindi nyo pa na-familiarize. So later on, Sir Veras will discuss some of the platforms. The next is in the below part, or in the below section on the left part is the remote learning through digital platforms, yung mga softwares na to, or apps. We have first Blackboard, the Canvas, Brightspace, Moodle, Google Classroom, Scheology, and Edmodo, and etc. So what will be the corresponding assessment dun sa synchronous and remote learning platforms natin? First is the online examination to test the knowledge or skills online. The next is the project-based assessment. Your professor and you your professor will tell what would be the project. It should be the result of all lessons in 1 unit. Then 3, the portfolio assessment. It is a compilation of your works, but it must show the progression within period of classes. Then 4, reflection and reaction paper. Reflection pertains to what have you learned in the topic, and the reaction would be ano yung feel mo dun sa topic na yun. That is the reaction. And 5, the conversion of performance-based assessment in the traditional. So in number 5, naging video presentation of individual works na yan. So next is, what are the advantages of online learning? So first is, it is a perfect time to build information and technology literacy, your 21st century skills. You must be ready. If you're not tech savvy, matututunan mo kung paano mag-manipulate of the computer, the PC, the software app, configuration, how to make a proper configuration, how to upload your materials, how to download the teaching materials, and the topic content. So that's it. So dun pa lang disadvantage. So mas hinahanap to ng mga employees marunong sa computer. Next is, enjoy getting to work at your own space. So you have your own dictation. So kung kailan mo lang gagawin yung assignments or yung task na binigay ni professor. The next is reduced cost. So I made a Excel file to compute the difference between the F2F or face-to-face learner and the online learner. Okay. So here's in the first column. Here in first column, we have the F2F learner, the activities, and your cost or expenditures. So first is, for example, I'm living at New Lower, so kailangan ko sumakay ng
ng pedicab, ng jeep, and the tricycle. So the fare for pedicab is 10 pesos. Fare for jeepneys for student is 8, and for tricycle student 7. Then times 2 is a round trip na. So my cost is about 50. Then food, I one rice with ulam na 50, and then plus 10 for extra rice. So nagagastos ko every day is a total of 110. So if ang baon ko is 150 a day, so magsisave ko lang is 40. But if ang baon ko lang is 100, negative 10 pa. So ang gagawin ko, di ako mag-exercise. So next is, how about if yung sobrang tipid ka na student? So your transpo, di na ako nag-pedicab. So ang ginawa ko lang is naglakad, nag-jeep, and nag-tricycle. So round trip, that is 30. Then food, di na ako nag-exercise, nagbaon na lang siguro ako. So my total cost is 80. So if my baon is 150 pesos, may masisave akong 70 pesos. But if my baon is 100, 20 lang yung masisave ko, pang load pa yung iba. So my weekly savings, if sobrang tipid ko, is 350 and 100. So what if dagdagan natin ng expenses for our load? So 5 days kang papasok from Monday to Friday, full day ka ng Friday. So magkano ba yung 7 days na 2 gig data allowance? 100. So for example, 20. So masisave ko lang is 150. So dito naman, so 150, masisave ko lang 50, pero pag 100 yung baon ko, wala akong masisave. So what if you are an online learner? So wala kang magagastos talaga. Yan, wala kang magastos. Magagastos mo lang siguro if you do not have a monthly internet plan. I think load lang 20. So 20 and another 20 if super tipid kayo. So yun lang. So what I'm trying to imply is mas tipid sa online learning. Yun lang. Next is comfort. So no haircut policy, no dress code, no intensive makeup policy sa CED, and no ID. Yes, may attendance ka. And walang maninita na guard sa inyo. So in comfort, pwede ka nakahiga lang, but we must practice in the CED na kailangan pa rin naka-uniform, lalo na if nag-attend kayo ng online classes. And the fifth one is safe and healthy. So what City Taguig wanted is for you students to be safe. Kaya para hindi kayo lumabas ng bahay, or para hindi na ma-expose sa commute, so you need to stay at home. So the solution is the online classroom. So I would like to share, before I end my presentation, I would like to share the thoughts of Dr. Joel G. Tubera of the Angeles University Foundation. What he said is, today is an opportunity to get better. Don't waste it. I hope this webinar is helpful. Thumbs if you like it, sub if you love it. Love it.
Thank you, and
See you again.
Thank you so much, Professor Manlangit. And once again, if you have some queries or questions regarding the topic, please type them into our chat box. Our speakers will answer those questions during our open forum. And now to introduce our next speaker, may I call in once again the College Coordinator for Extension and Services, Professor Jeyo J. Manulit.
Our second speaker obtained his bachelor's degree at this university with a degree of Bachelor in Secondary Education, major in Mathematics, and Master of Arts in Education, major in Educational Management at the same university. He is the active member of the Philippine Mathematics Teacher Educators Council, and also to add, he is the Gawad Dangal Guro of the Consortium of Teacher Educators Institutions of the South. Let us all welcome our chairperson for Bachelor in Secondary Education, major in Mathematics, Professor Monimar B. Beles.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning to the students, to the teachers, and of course to the alumni who are watching this live stream. All right, so educational platforms for synchronous and asynchronous learning. So the first question that you might want to ask is, why did we come up to this? Professor Mark Vincent Manlangis discussed earlier the updates on the pandemic situation and the entire uh, country and of course the whole world itself is striving hard to adapt to the abrupt changes that happened on the system, particularly in the system of education. So since we are planning to adjust or to make some adjustments on the educational system, here are some of the learning structures prescribed by the Commission on Higher Education for those learners categorized into three. So, ayan. So, we have here student category 1 having no capacity or no connectivity. So, ito yung probably sila yung mga students na no devices at home, no internet connection. So, ayan. So, ito yung possible na pwedeng teaching and learning delivery mode. So, if face-to-face is not feasible, uh, the teacher might employ place-based learning, project-based learning, or yung tinatawag nating modular approach. So, yan. So, assessment, it could be the self-assessment checklist reflective journals, and the use of rubrics. Now, that this might be very difficult on the part of the students, particularly considering the fact that that you are on the higher education institution, so you cannot expect every subjects to be that easy. And this approach contains or exemplifies minimum assistance from the teacher. Kasi nga, hindi nga pwede yung face-to-face. So you are subject to module uh, completion, so ganyan. So project-based learning. And then student category 2, having limited capacity and or weak internet connectivity. So dito papasok yung asynchronous learning. So yung student category 1 or yung what we call the modular approach. So we will not cover this one kasi this is scheduled on the next webinar series. Student category 2, asynchronous learning, yung pwedeng delivery mode for teaching and learning, distance learning or blended learning. We can also use digital and non-digital platforms and print media. So assessment should be project-based learning, portfolio assessment, written correspondence, and video presentations of individual works. And then yung student category 3, na-discuss na to ni Sir Vincent earlier, these are the students with full capacity and connectivity. So, yan. So dito, mas maximize yung online learning. Both ng students and ng teachers. So we are going to apply synchronous learning through webinar, Zoom, or Google Meet, or WebEx. So pwede rin tayong gumamit ng Google Classroom, Canvas, and Blackboard. So for the assessment, it could be an online examination since meron naman silang capacity to connect and meron silang connectivity sa internet. So pwede ring project-based learning, portfolio assessment, reflection or reaction paper, or even video presentation of individual works. So speaking of these platforms, I have here enumerated some of the platforms, the most common platforms that we can use on what we call this digital learning or distance learning. So here are some. To name a few, we have here Google Classroom, the most commonly used platform nowadays. We have also the Edmodo, the Kahoot, Quizlet, Khan Academy, EDX Udemy, Ziteboard, and of course yung Zoom. So actually, if you're going to search for educational platforms, napakarami niyan. There are several platforms that you can search or that you can find in the internet. Pero here are some na pwede kong i-cover, which is pwede rin nating magamit in actual online approach doon sa ating instruction. So let's start with the Google Classroom. So Google Classroom, marami nang nag-discuss nito for sure. I'm sure majority or not, maybe not all, are familiar dito sa Google Classroom. So it is a free web service developed by Google for schools that aims to simplify creating, distributing, and grading assignments. So the primary purpose of this application is to streamline the process of sharing files between teachers and students. So actually, napakaraming feature ng Google Classroom, kaya siya yung most commonly used according sa Mindster. Siya yung top 1 na commonly used educational platform na ginagamit sa iba't ibang bansa. So ito yung mga features ng Google Classroom. You can create your class kung ilang class man yan for a teacher, tapos yung student mag-join doon sa class ni teacher using through that Google Classroom, and then kailangan niya lang i-enter is yung class code, so by which will be provided by the teacher, the teacher himself or herself. So yan, so different subjects, you can also use grading system. Pwede kang mag-send ng files ng any type of file. It could be a video or a link. Pwede mo siyang i-link sa YouTube kung meron kang video na pwede mong i-present. So, gusto mo i-present sa students at nasa YouTube, so pwede mong i-link yung YouTube. At yung iba pa na files, pwede kang mag-insert ng PowerPoint, ng Word, kung magkakanda ka ng assignments. And then you can also see kung sino-sino na yung mga nag-submit or nag-turn in doon sa iyong assignments. So pwede mong ma-monitor at pwede mo rin silang i-message whenever you think na nakalimutan nila mag-comply na. So pwede mo silang i-message right away through the Google Classroom app that they have or that they had in their mobile phones. So ayan, so magno-notify siya agad. And then ayan, so pwede kang mag-conduct ng survey as well. So these are the few, or these are the glimpse of the features of the Google Classroom. Actually, pwede rin kayong gumawa dito ng quizzes or ng exams, online exams through the Google Forms. Kasi nga lahat since this is powered by Google, so lahat ng Google applications ay pwedeng i-link dito sa Google Classroom. So next one is the Edmodo. Actually, before the Google Classroom, Edmodo yung nauna ng konti. So, ayan. So, Edmodo is a global education network and provides communication, collaboration, and training tools to enable all students to reach their full learning potential. So, ayan. So, I will not jump into demonstrations of these applications. So, I will just give you the glimpse of, particularly on the features, kasi due to time constraints. So, if you want to learn more from these applications, so you can just contact us here on the College of Education. Going back to Edmodo, so actually yung Edmodo is just the same, or they have something in common with the Google Classroom. So wherein you can assess the students' performance, you can create tasks na pwede mong i-assign sa mga students. You can also create exams. The only difference is that you can also add teachers, or you can collaborate with teachers. And meron siyang library by which yung mga collaboration among teachers doon sa isang subject ay pwede nyong ma-share doon sa same subject na yon. So pwedeng once nag-upload yung teacher with regards to that same subject, so pwede mo siyang ma-access. So yun, meron siyang library features at meron din siyang news feed wherein the Edmodo developer are providing webinars. Ayan, so doon sa newsfeed makikita nyo yung mga webinars nila na yun na-offer. So all you have to do is to register. So ganun. So meron silang ganong feature sa Edmodo. So ayan. And then the next one is the Kahoot. Kahoot. So ayan. Kahoot is a game-based learning platform. So used as educational technology in schools and other educational institutions. So it is learning games called Kahoots. So Kahoots kasi yung tawag dun sa game nila, or kung ano man yung pwede kang mag-create ng Kahoots. So it could be a user-generated multiple choice quizzes that can be accessed via web browser or Kahoot app. So ito yung kagandahan sa Kahoot. So pwede mo siyang i-access sa web. So punta lang kayo sa kahoot.it. Doon nyo na siya ma-access. So even wala kayong, or even hindi installed yung application sa inyo, so pwede nyo siyang ma-access via web browser. So you can create your quizzes. Ayan, find and play Kahoots on any topic. So meron kasi siyang mga built-ins or mga presets na quizzes na pwede mong magamit at pwede mong ring i-share sa mga students. And then host a quiz or a game. You can create a multiple choice quiz or an alternate response such as true or false. So meron kasi itong free version at saka merong full feature. So yung sa free version, you can only create quizzes or exams that is in multiple choice or alternate response. Pero if you can buy the full feature mode, so you can access other features such as yung questions that includes logical organization, yung aayusin, i-arrange ninyo or i-arrange ng student kung step by step man yan, or even enumeration. So pwedeng doon, included siya doon sa full feature mode. And so pwede mong i-challenge yung friends or yung classmates sa yung score. So you can also monitor the scores of the students. And then, yun. So, madali lang kumonect sa game kasi once na you have the game pin, so madali na maka-enter. EDX and Udemy, actually these platforms are for self-learning. So, EDX and Udemy offers courses, programs, and even degrees na pwede mong i-take. So, pwede kang mamili ng mga courses or programs doon. Actually, yung majority of the programs have certain charges, but then there are some of the courses included in these applications offered as free. So, yun naman yung maganda doon. And then the next one is the Khan Academy. So actually, widely used ito sa ibang bansa. I'm not sure kung dito ay ginagamit nila, no. So pero free access to or open access to sa lahat. So pwedeng once na meron kang internet and meron kang application mismo, so ma-access mo na siya. So it is a non-profit organizational or educational organization. Ayan, with the goal of creating a set of online tools that help educate students. So dito sa Khan Academy, ito yung features niya. So yan, so you can learn anything. So once na meron ka kasing, once na dinownload niyo yung app, actually in-explore ko rin siya. Meron doong mga iba't ibang subjects. Merong mga, for instance, mathematics, science, economy or economics. So yun, so nandoon siya. At doon sa mga subjects na yun or mga core subjects na yun, so pwede kang pumili ng mga subtopics. Sa kagandahan doon, pwede kang, once na nag-subscribe ka doon sa isang topic, so mayroon ng mga series of videos and even lectures. So pwede mo siyang i-access for free, lahat ng yan. So pwede kang mag-take ng quizzes din. Meron siyang built-in quizzes doon sa Khan Academy. By which you can check you can check what you have learned based doon sa presentation or doon sa tutorial na nanonood doon sa Khan Academy. You can also download if you want to continue offline. So pwede mo siyang i-download yung learning material. So para kahit offline ka, pwede mo i-access. So yun, so yung and it's free. Lahat 'yon ay libre lang. So pwedeng panoorin. So Quizlet, kapareho ng Kahoot. The only difference is that medyo siya, focus on language or it focuses on terminology sa ganyan. So pwede kang mag-conduct ng quizzes pertaining to terminologies and then you let your students define. Actually yan, you create a flashcard. So for mastery kasi ito for concept mastery or yung definition mastery. So build your own flashcard, study and learn, use fun games and tools to study and learn more. So ito yung kaibahan niya sa Kahoot is that nagsa-self-generate na siya. So pwedeng may option doon na pwede kang mag-self-generate ng type of quiz. So pwedeng randomize. So ibig sabihin yung Quizlet mismo i-randomize niya whether the first question should be in the multiple choice, the next question should be in an identification form, and then the third question true or false. So ganun. So siya na yung meron siyang randomize feature. So all you have to do is to insert yung mga questions mo or yung mga terminologies and then yung definition, and pwede kang mag-insert ng pictures din and images. So ayan. So master any subject, one success at a time. And then the Zoom. Zoom categorized as synchronous, used for synchronous learning kasi nga real-time kailangan dito. Ayan, so Zoom Video Communications. So ayan, American Communication Technology Company headquartered in San Jose, California. So it provides video telephony. So common naman ito kasi mostly kapag nagpapa-meeting, Zoom yung ginagamit. So ayan, so actually kapareho siya ng Google Meet at saka ng WebEx. Ayan, at saka ng WebEx. So kaya lang Zoom lang yung kinover ko dito kasi ito yung most common na ginagamit natin. So alam nyo na pag nagpatawag ng meeting, Zoom kaagad yung application na kailangan. So ayan. So ang kaibahan niya kasi sa Google Meet kasi sa Google Meet kasi kailangan pa ng ano nun ng G Suite account. Ayan. So kapag regular Google or kapag regular Gmail account yung meron ka, so hindi ka makakapag-create ng meeting. So you can only join meetings. So pero kapag G Suite account ka, so ayan, doon ka lang makakapag-create ng meeting sa Google Meet. So kaibahan niya sa Google Meet is that meron siyang yung thumbs up function na wala doon sa Google Meet. So yan, by which you can easily detect kung sino yung when you ask someone tapos uh, nag-thumbs up you can easily detect no or nag-raise ng hand. So yan. Meron ding instant messaging feature. Then you can also present right from your phone kasi meron siyang share screen feature which is commonly used sa mga webinars ngayon. So yung share screen. Ayan. So kung PowerPoint man yung gusto mong i-share o kung ano man kung video, so pwede mong i-share screen through the Zoom app. So ayan. So you can schedule meeting as well. And last but definitely not the least on my list is the whiteboard. So, ayan. So kung problema nyo ay walang classroom at wala kayong sa mga teachers walang classroom at walang whiteboard. Ayan, so kailangan nyo ng board. So worry no more kasi pwede nyo install yung whiteboard available siya sa Play Store or sa App Store. So ayan, so simply saying yung whiteboard, it is a virtual whiteboard. So ayan, so wherein you can draw, you can add images, you can also add PDF. So ayan, so meron kayong PDF dyan. Applicable siya when teaching particularly mathematics kung mapapansin nyo yung dito sa images, sa mga screenshots. So sa math kasi medyo kailangan chronological yung discussion doon sa step-by-step procedure. So ayan. So kung yun yung wino-worry nyo para sa inyong mga students, so pwede nyo gamitin yung Whiteboard app para step-by-step yung computation for instance. So ayan. So, yan. So that is the sideboard. So actually pwede mo siyang i-zoom, may zoom in, zoom out feature siya na and then finally pwede mo siyang once na you're done with the discussions, pwede mo siyang i-save as image or i-save as PDF. So yun. So now, which is later on pwede mo siyang i-share sa mga students. Actually pwede mo siyang gamitin synchronously. So, yan. So habang for instance gumagamit ka ng Zoom and then nag-share screen ka, pwede ka mag-share screen doon, open mo yung whiteboard and then you can proceed with the discussion. So ayan. So actually pwedeng i-blend natin yung approach doon sa online learning. So pwede tayong habang nagzo-Zoom, pwede tayong gumamit ng Khan Academy kung kailangan natin ng reference for videos or tutorials. So pwede nyong i-share screen doon sa Zoom. Or kung pwede rin i-share screen, kung kailangan nyo ng discussions, i-share screen nyo naman yung whiteboard. Kung kailangan nyo kung kailangan ng computations, for instance, or write apps. So, ganyan. At marami pang iba. Merong iba pang features. So, ayan. So, final thoughts sa mga students. So, ayan. So, actually, I know, for sure, I'm sure na-stress din yung mga students, di ba? So, yan. So, but at least, strive hard kasi nga hindi naman, we are under the same roof. So, lahat tayo nag-a-adjust. So, ayan. So, strive hard to adapt to the changes that happened in the educational system. For teachers naman, as much as possible, try to be fair pa rin doon when giving assessments. And then, do your best to reach out every students that you have. Kasi, yun nga, kailangan natin mag-adjust in this kind of situation. So, yan. So, thank you. And for your queries and questions, just comment down below doon sa ating comment below. So, ayan. Doon sa ating YouTube live stream. So, ayan. So, thank you.
Thank you so much, Sir Manimar. At this point, let us proceed to our open forum. To moderate all our queries regarding the topic discussed by our speakers, may I call on the College Research Coordinator, Professor Maria Cristina Reyes.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone. At this time, our speakers will be responding to some of the posted questions. So for the first question, from Ms. Jerain Hurada, in terms of teaching physical education, both service PE and BPED program, what is the best learning platform to be used?
Okay, thank you, Ma'am Jurain, for your wonderful question. Ang pageant lang. Okay. So I think the best platform or online learning platform to be used by the PE teachers is the Zoom or the Zoom meetings. Uh, Kaya lang may time limit yung Zoom eh. It's all about 40 minutes lang yung max if you already use your free unlimited meeting. So, ang gagawin nyo na lang is create another Gmail na lang, another email. Madaming emails para in the long run, di kayo siguro kung 40 minutes lang naman yung klase, I think enough na yung Zoom meeting para sa online PE class. So, doon pa lang makikita mo na yung performance-based based on their kung papagawa kayo ng video presentation or video individual presentation. So that's all. Thank you.
For our second question, so sirs, kaya daw po ba ng data ang mga sinabi niyong platforms?
Ayan. Good morning. The question is kung kaya ba ng data yung mga platforms na ginamit. Actually, kung data yung pag-uusapan, kaya naman. So kayang i-access through the data yung mga educational platforms na pinresen ko kanina, no. So kasi ako pwede kong yung i-categorize yung connectivity ko with with the weak connection doon sa weak connection. Pero even ganun yung situation ko, na kaya kong kumonek, kaya kong gamitin yung mga applications na yan. Actually, tinry ko din siya bago ko siya i-discuss sa inyo. In-explore ko din yung mga applications na yun at nagamit ko naman siya. So, yan. So yung area kasi namin medyo weak yung connection doon. So yun. So kaya possible siya. So, thank you.
That's all the question posted. But if you have still some question, kindly post it dun sa group, sa group natin. I'm sure Sir Veles and Sir Manang, it will be willing to answer your questions. Thank you.
And now, to formally close this meaningful webinar, may I call on once again the Coordinator of Extension and Services, Professor J. Manulit, to deliver his closing remarks.
In the current age we live in, technology has become an important component. Every day there is some new gadget or software that makes lives easier and improves on the technology and software that already exists. Technology is playing an increasing role in education. As technology advances, it is used to benefit students of all ages in the learning process. As technology advances, students have better access to educational opportunities like this. I would like to thank our two reputable speakers, Professor Manlangit and Professor Beles, for sharing their expertise in adopting the new normal in higher education through digital and non-digital approach. The college is looking forward to the smooth implementation of this approach to our students for the coming school year 2020-2021. This webinar series will not be possible without the initiative of our CED officials, headed by Dr. Jennifer E. Tolang, the Dean of the College of Education, and the Chairperson of the Master of Arts in Education. Thank you for participating in this momentous event of our College of Education. We hope to see you again on the second and third part of this webinar series. Don't forget to take your assessment and evaluation to be flashed on the screen. Thank you. So ayan, naka-flash siya sa screen. You can scan the QR code or you can go direct to the link below, right here. And I have a special announcement for my page. Singit ko lang. Lowell Lumuntad, congratulations. Ayan, ikaw na yung nanalo nitong yung ZNT na headphone dahil mas madami pa yung likes and comments sa'yo nung mga pinost mo kaysa dun sa main page. So ayan, congratulations yan. Pakita ko lang. And also, to the fourth year and to the rest of the students of the College of Education, we are encouraging everyone to please enroll to the Tech Talk of sponsored by the Taguig City. Ito yung makikita nyo sa I Love Taguig. Pakihanap nyo lang yung Tech Talk. This Tech Talk will give you courses like a simple instruction on how to use PowerPoint, how to use Excel, how to use Publisher, and many softwares na magiging advantage ninyo. Okay? And also, to make your time more efficient. Okay? So, I hope na makapag-enroll din kayo sa Tech Talk sponsored by our city government of Taguig. And, yon katulad ng sabi ni Ma'am Christina, we're still willing to answer the questions that will be comment down on the chat box. And please be advised na meron tayong assessment. The form that we attach here is assessment and evaluation at the same time. You need to have a score of 8 points for you to have a e-certificate of completion that will be issued 7 to 14 working days because we will check if the answers are correct. Okay? So, we will post also the link sa baba. Okay? Thank you.
Thank you so much, Professor Manulit. So now may I request everyone to set their cameras on for photo opportunity. Okay, once again, thank you so much. Thank you so much, and to everyone who participated in this webinar lecture series part 1. We hope you found this webinar informative and useful. Thank you for spending time with us. This is your Master of Ceremony, Bernadette Gomez. Thank you and God bless. God bless.
Ang galing na tuloy.
Sinong next? Sinong next?
Kabahan na kayo yung next.
Sino ba? Tapos?